NFL odds? Now, NFL odds are a predetermined betting value created and generated for a respective game or outcome. Oddsmakers manufacture these betting odds based on many factors such as strength of teams, location, injuries, recent performance, and even weather. There are many facets of an NFL game you can bet on, like which side will win, how many points a team will win by, and how many points each team will combine to score. It's up to you as the bettor to find the right side. Now, the key to understanding NFL odds is recognizing what each of the numbers means alongside each team. Now, the odds listed on this example are for a point spread for the opening game of the 2021 NFL season involving the Dallas Cowboys and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. As you can see, sportsbooks had the Buccaneers as 6.5-point favorites versus the Cowboys as a 6.5-point underdog. Now, to understand what those numbers mean, you first need to understand the symbol in front of each figure. If a team has a number with a minus sign in front of it, this means that the respective team needs to win the game by that many points to win their side of the bet. If you backed Tampa Bay in the opening game, you would have lost your wager. On the flip side, if a team has a plus sign in front of it, that means the team needs to either win the game or not lose by more than 6 points. If you bet on the Cowboys as plus 6.5 dogs, you would have won your wager. Even the most novice of NFL bettors can likely understand the concept of betting on a money line and the odds attached to it. For a money line bet, this is when you choose which side will win the game with no preset or determined amount of points to win by. From this example, we can see that the Buccaneers are home favorites with money line odds of minus 295, while the Cowboys come back as plus 235 underdogs. These numbers are considered American odds, with $100 being the key reference. So, if you placed a bet on the Buccaneers to win the game, you would need to wager $295 just to win $100 in profit. It's a bit of a steep price, but if you felt like they were a lock, that's all that matters. Now, if you felt the Cowboys would have won the Raymond James Stadium and won the game outright as an underdog, a lot of profit can be made. If you wagered $100 on the Cowboys to win at plus 235 and they pulled off the upset, you'd see a return of $335. Your $100 bet is returned and you get $235 in profit. However, with plus 235 odds, this has an implied probability of 29.9%. So Dallas winning the game would be a huge long shot. NFL totals are a number set by sportsbooks that estimate how many combined points will be scored for the duration of the game. Bettors will predict if the teams will go over or under the set amount, or the total. Now, continuing to use the Cowboys-Buccaneers game as our example, oddsmakers set the betting line for the total between those two teams at 52.5 combined points. Now, as the bettor, you need to determine whether these teams will surpass and score 53 points or more, or if they'll fall short and score 52 or less. Now, bettors tend to gravitate to betting totals for NFL games when the spread is very tight or the game is a toss-up as to which side will win. That's why it's imperative for bettors to do their research before betting a total, as many factors can impact the game, and whether it's a slog or a shootout, variables that bettors need to consider are style of play, key injuries, recent performance, and most importantly, weather. Nothing impacts an NFL game more than the elements, and if it's a rainy day in Seattle at CenturyLink Field or the frozen tundra of Lambeau, this could hinder a great offense in scoring lots of points. NFL props or propositions are the latest craze in sports betting, as they're considered a game within a game and don't necessarily impact the final result. There are literally hundreds of NFL props for any given game, and you can find NFL betting odds for nearly any market. These include, but aren't limited to, how many yards a quarterback will pass for, if there will be a safety in the game, or even if a certain player will score a touchdown. Similar to totals, bettors can bet on these props with an over or under option. Now, this is just the tip of the iceberg for NFL prop odds, and we recommend to check out the prop shop with FTN Bets to see all the different markets available for key players in the NFL.